Morning, Mike. How are you? You okay?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, good. Thank you, mate. Just to start off with, please, have you got any updates on the team ahead of tomorrow's match in terms of injuries or anyone who's back available?
You won't be getting any updates from me.
Fair enough. Thank you. So first time we've actually spoken to you since last Saturday's win against Walsall. Just how happy were you with that result and that performance?
It's always pleasing when you get 3 points, but I think the football we played in the first half was exceptional, and it was one of the best I've seen any County FC team play. So, that was positive. We scored the penalty. It would have been, I think, an easier second half. But look, we're a work in progress. I had players who hadn't trained all week who played. I've had players missing through COVID and still not fully over it. I've had injuries. I've had a lot of unsettling things going on so far this season, and I'm sure we'll only get better.
I suppose, what does that tell you about the character in the squad and in the back room, that you've had all these hurdles to get over this season, but you're still able to, pull out that kind of performance and result? It must be quite promising going forward now for the next few games and hopefully for the rest of the season, that you've got that character in the team.
Yeah, we have, and it's going to be look, it's a tough, long season, and there's a lot to improve on. We're going to get better and better because, like I said, it's been a rebuild over the summer. And, the players are getting to know each other more and more every day. And like I said, that leads to, hopefully a positive outcome of, we can go on an unbeaten run for a while.
And talking about the next game, obviously Barrow away, they were back in the Football League last year for the first time in, quite a few years. So they've been back in the Football League now for a year. Just what kind of game are you expecting against them now that you've played them a couple of times last season?
I'm expecting a very tough game. I've got a lot of time and respect for Mark Cooper. He's one of the good guys. We get on well. We speak quite often. And his teams always look to play football the right way. So it's going to be a very tough game. They've got some really good players, and but hopefully we can edge it and get the win.
That's great. Thank you, Michael.
Cheers. Thank you.
I think Matthew showed how sort of influential he can be because he's had a slow start to the season through injury at Oldham, obviously. But he showed his sort of influence on the side, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And, again, go back to it. That's Matty's first 90 minutes since the end of last season. So, there's more to come from Matty. There's more sharpness. But he did show, especially in the first 60 minutes on Saturday, how important he is to how we want to play. And, like I said, Matty's only going to get better as well because he'll be a lot sharper and a lot fitter over the next few weeks.
You do get players, don't you, who need those runs again. He seems like one of those players who needs to match games to really just build his...
There's the likes of him, Scott Bennett. It's good to have Courtney Baker Richardson back. Hopefully we can keep him fit because he showed, his physique and his attributes, albeit in the little time he had on Saturday. So look, it's positive. We just got to keep going and hopefully keep everybody fit.
Similarly, Aaron Lewis, he had to be patient at the start of last season. He had to be patient at the start of this, but he seemed to grasp his opportunity this time. Needs to keep that standard up, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's what he's got to do. He's got to keep his standards up. I thought he was outstanding Saturday. He was one of the best I've seen him play, if I'm honest. In the first half, he was a big link to everything we've done as well. And that's a compliment to him that he's come in. He knows what I think of him. I want to give him a new contract otherwise. So, I just know there's that little bit more to come from him every time, and I'll be on his back, making sure that I get that out of him, because when he does do that, he is a very, very important player.
It's great for a manager to have a player who can play right wing back, left wing back, and do good job in many positions.
Yeah, he can. He can play midfield as well. He can play it wide. He's very versatile. And I think that's important because when you do get injuries and loss of form, you need those kind of players who can slot in for a couple of games until the people they have replaced either recapture form or get over their injury, and then you've got a very, very competitive selection headache then to make with the two boys.
You do have it. You just look at the people who are, as you've said all season, who are missing out. There are, well, maybe not headaches this week. I don't know, because the performance was good. Is that?
We'll see tomorrow, won't we? I'm always having headaches with these lot. They keep me on. They're a good group, and look, let's just see who's available and who makes the bench and who doesn't.
Talking of the bench, is Joe Day? Is he in the mix? Is he back fit, or are you?
I'll give you that bit of team news. Yeah, Joe Day is available.
Okay, yeah. I see. No, I was just wondering because obviously young Evan. I spoke to Wayne. Said it just would have been a bit much for us. I think he's only just 17, isn't he, Evan?
Yeah. Listen, it's made a decision, and I'll stick by it. It's not. I'm not gonna put an untried youth team goalkeeper on the bench when I can utilise another. What we did on Saturday is utilise another attacking option. So it's I made the decision, and worst case scenario, I think it would have been Mickey who was in goals.
Is he? Do you use him in the week? Do they ever have a go in goal or?
No, if Barrow was fit, we would have put Barrow in, but no, obviously he wasn't there, so it would have been Mickey, I think.
On Barrow, do you have the ligament prognosis yet, or is that?
On Barrow, yeah, ligament's completely fine. It's just a clean break of the metatarsal, and luckily, unfortunately, it's only the middle one, so it's not going to be as long as we feared. Okay,
I know you won't put time frames on because but that is as good as that really could have been because that.
Yeah, 100%. It couldn't have, after, people saying they heard a crack and things like that. That is the best news we could have had.
And he is such an important player because he's so reliable. He does everything, doesn't he? He's
again, he's another one who can slot in, most positions, at the back and midfield. So, people are very aware that Scott Bennett, when fit, can play in those positions. So they need to be on their toes.
Yeah, and fingers crossed he'll soon be back on that side. So all good. But just finally for me, Harrogate showed how good a side can be after a year in the league. Barrow, are they the same? They obviously flirted a bit more with relegation. But,
sorry, Chris.
Sorry. Barrow, Harrogate showed what a team can do after a year to learn to experience League Two. Are Barrow better as well?
Yeah, listen, I think with Mark going in there, they're showing that they're ambitious. Like I said, it's this season, League Two, anybody can beat anybody. I know you've got Forest Green, but we're looking very, very good at the minute. And Leyton Orient, the top two at the moment. But we've drawn with Leyton Orient, could have won that game. It's going to be a tough season because a lot of teams are going to be taking points off each other, and we're just going to hopefully we do it more than the teams do to us.
Cheers for that. Safe travels.